Hey guys, this is the Anime Collector, and today we're going to have a look at shelves. Today we are going to look at everything that I have got on a shelf, because we've got shelves behind and shelves up there, all full with anime figures. I've been collecting for a long time, guys, and honestly I could put an arbitrary number on here just to get all of the extra views, but I'm not going to do that. I mean, what is money when you've got a cute coroner figure? But at any time during the video, if you have any questions, leave a comment below. Might be just about what is this figure, what is this, where did I buy this? Because my job here really, while I'm showing off my collection, is to ensure you guys build yours too. Let's have a look. Right, so this is probably the part of the video that most people are probably already aware of, the Hololive collection. So yeah, I have pretty much all of the Hololive girls that have been released so far. I actually do not have Hato and Rusha displayed, and that's only because I haven't done an unboxing yet. I'm waiting on Coroner and Okayu I will be getting as part of a Christmas gift. All of the Hololive girls are incredibly nice, and you've just got a nice selection with a nice amount of colour on there. I'm really looking forward to getting some more of the Hololive girls, so once I do, I will do reviews on them. I just need to get more space. In the back we do have a few more Nendoroids in the darkness, including ones from Cells at Work, Dr. Stone, Tanya the Evil, Golden Kamui, Kakaguri and Blend S. Over time, I might keep their ones at the back and have the Hololive ones kind of in the light. I still will someday maybe get some nice lights or something so you can see them a little bit. As you can see, it's just the lighting isn't particularly amazing. Next up we have a few more choice Nendoroids, and yeah, these are some of my favourites. We've got Yotsuba from, well, Yotsuba along with Danbo, we have Shirobako, we have Slime Nendoroids, we have Hollow from Spice and Wolf, and at the back we have a few of the Kimono friends. Yep, I really got into that series a few years ago, and not as fussed about it now. I think over time I probably will relegate them to a different shelf or something like that. Along with that we have a Monster Point Chopper. This is actually a prize figure. It's one of the few prize figures I actually really like. I tend to find a lot of prize figures are kind of like, yeah, a little bit hit and miss in terms of quality, but this one is a really good one. And we also have the 2B Nendoroid, which has a very dynamic pose. It's just quite a big one, so it's quite hard to get her displayed otherwise. Next up we have a few more figures. So here is one of my favourites, a laid back camp scale figure of Nadeshiko. Unfortunately the light doesn't have the battery in. I've took it out because, yeah, the battery kind of went more or less straight away, which makes it kind of look a little bit pathetic. Next up we have the Pecora Hololive Figma. I couldn't think of anywhere else to put her, to be honest, but yeah, I really like this one. I did do a video on her, so go check that out if you haven't already at the end of this one. Also, Zero Suit Samus, one of my favourite of all time figures. Absolutely love this one. It's just such a fantastic figure. And moving down we have an amiibo of a Metroid. I just kind of put it with it because it just makes sense, really. Next up we have the Okami Amaterasu. I misspelled that, sorry about that. But yeah, a really nice Nendoroid, another really nice one. One of my favourites again. I just like the whole design. Just doesn't fit anywhere else in my collection, so yeah. Moving along we have a Nico Robin Portrait of Pirates Boo Baba figure, and yeah, always like these ones, always like to have more Nico Robin in the collection, and we will get to a lot of that in the near future. Next up we have a Kakaguri figure. This one was super cheap. I say super cheap, it was really one of those ones where I just kind of bought it on a whim, but I really like it. It's a really nice dynamic looking figure, and yeah, one of my favourites in my collection. Another one is a Trails of Cold Steel figure. Really nice. I love this series so much. It is really good series. So yeah, I had to start trying to pick up as many as I could, and then I just couldn't find any anymore. Shame. And moving down, we have a small Robin and Chopper prize figure. So yeah, they're just kind of chilling out on the shelf there. So looking at these top shelves, I'm sorry you're going to have a little bit more of a shaky cam because my tripod doesn't want to go this high, at least not with the amount of space I've got. So we've got an absolutely fantastic Phoenix Wright figure. I spent quite a lot of money on that one trying to get, and then they started releasing Nendoroids and all sorts. I've had this one for quite a few years now though. And next up we have some of the Girls and Panzer figures, again prize figures. So yeah, Margie Brilliant Park. And here we have some more Girls and Panzer, Margie Brilliant Park, Lupin the Third, and some, well, a single Full Metal Panic Nendoroid. Over here we have a few Valkyria Chronicles Nendoroids, along with the Overlord Nendoroids, along with the giant Nier Automata big box. I would love to find somewhere else to put this one, but yeah, it's really going to be storage no matter what, because if we look over here, yep, as you can see, there is Rusha, Hato. I've got a few other light novels and stuff like that here. Behind them is a few older stuff. You might just be able to see I have Nier from Nier Replicant. I have a few other stuff. I've got a few older stuff as well. Like I think I've got Kazuma Figma and a few Nier like Reveltech stuff which I've had for years, just never unboxed. But yeah. Moving up again, we have a few more things. We have a few light novels and we have some more Nier figures. Next up, we have my Laid Back Camp Nendoroid collection. I have pretty much all of the girls. I do have one still box, which I will eventually get to. As we move up, we've got a few more from Umaru-chan, Fire Emblem, Girls and Panzer, Zelda, Animal Crossing, Infinite Dendrogram, and Food Wars. Along with this, I got a cute Rem figure, which I got back in Japan. So yeah, that stays on my shelf, even though it's kind of like, it is a prize figure. It's, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's one of the nicer prize figures, I would say. I really like this one. And moving down, we have the main character from that time I got reincarnated as a slime. I've got to have it with all of her little attacks on. Looks so cute, a really cute Nendoroid. Always gets in the way though, always gets in the way. Next up is another set of, well, this is the pop-up parade shelf. So yeah, we have our Hololive gamers plus Sakura Miko on here, and yeah, I mean I've covered all of these in the past as separate videos, which you can go check out on the channel. But yeah, I really like these ones. I really like how dynamic and bright these look on the shelf. Always look really nice. The colony one is slightly at an angle because I sit kind of like, and when I turn around, it's kind of like here. So yeah, that's why it's kind of like she's kind of like there. It makes more sense when I'm kind of looking. In the background, we have the other Hololive gamers, Fubuki and Mio. We have a Dragon Crown Sorceress figure, we have a Senku pop-up parade, and we have a Nico Robin prize figure, which, yeah, they're just chilling on the shelf. And the only problem is with pop-up parade is that I find that it is quite difficult to get very good, unless you've got more of an open plan shelf. I think it's quite difficult to have them behind, and I mean I feel like you can see them better in real life for the other gamers, but the stuff at the back, yeah, gets a little bit overshadowed. So next up we have, this is the big shelf, and this is when I say a big shelf, this is a lot of my bigger, more prized figures. So first up we have the Ms. All Sunday One Piece Portrait of Pirates, one of my favourites of all time because of course it's Nico Robin. Behind her we have Carrot, you can just about see her, and of course we have the more recent scale Coroner figure. I love this one so much. It probably is one of, if not my most favourite figure at the current moment in time. It's just such a nice one and comes with a lot of really cool things. As you can see in the background we have not one but two Tony Choppers. So the left one is a Portrait of Pirates. I think the one on the right is DPCF, it is a night one, and then we have a Wano Nami figure. In the background you can also see two Nico Robin Portrait of Pirates and this unofficial resin figure, which, yeah, there's not really much to say about it. A lot of people ask me about this one and another one that's kind of coming up. This one here, the unofficial, I bought them years ago, and yeah, very interesting, but kind of also not. I'm not a huge fan of them anymore. I think that we've had a lot of really cool ones looking since then, especially this one on the left, but yeah, it's unfortunate, but yeah. We also have another prize figure, Nico Robin, along with another one there, and to the left we have one of the very first Portrait of Pirates I got with the Skypiea version. Also we have an Amagi Brilliant Park Isuzu and a Rem figure, both scales. They don't come together, I just kind of ended up putting them together in terms of space. And finally we have Hina from One Piece, one of my favourite characters. I was so happy that she actually got a Portrait of Pirates release. It's just such a nice figure in general. She's a cool character, and I'm just really happy that she got a figure. And we also have this weird Nico Robin that you can see the bones of. That's all, another chopper. Yeah, nice. Next up we have my Konosuba shelf. Yeah, this has a ton of Konosuba stuff, including the Nendoroids. I got a few. I think I've got all of the Konosuba Nendoroids. I know they did release some winter outfits, but I don't really like buying the same character more than once. I think I got Megumin because I wanted to spend money and she was a limited edition, and quite frankly I like this Megumin more than I actually like the one with the hat. The reason being is the one with the hat's just faffy and falls apart really easily, but I love this set of collection because all of them just look so unique and just so over the top and ridiculous. They're really fun. I also do have a few scales. So the Kazuma and Aqua are both from Belfine, and the Yun and Darkness are both prize figures that I picked up in Japan. Behind is another Nico Robin prize figure. Yeah, there'll be a few of them. Next up is another One Piece shelf, and this has mainly figure arts and some Ichiban Kuji. So I got this Luffy Ichiban Kuji when I was in Japan. I just had a quick go on the Ichiban Kuji, which is basically a prize figure lottery, and yeah, I won the star prize. I later went out and bought the Nico Robin because it just looks absolutely fantastic. I do have another Monster Point chopper. I've had this prize figure for quite some time, along with a few smaller Wano figures and a few others in general. So if we look beyond, we do have a few older titles, such as we've got Magellan from in Hannibal and CD-chan from Impel Down, and we have a Crocodile, Perona, Hancock, Bonnie. Just a few different ones that, yeah, you don't really see very often, and yeah, are sadly relegated to the back of the shelves. So there's quite a lot of things going on in this particular shelf, so let's start off here. So first up I have a few Hololive acrylic standees, so yeah, as we can see we have Hololive English, and that eventually goes into Hololive Gen 5. I try to keep all of the characters with their pairability as best as possible. But yeah, it's I really like this these sets. I kind of wanted more, but I couldn't justify the price of buying so many more of them, which is a shame because we probably will never get a Coco figure ever again. Above there we kind of have we have a Nendoroid. As you can see, some of them are a little bit dark, but to be fair, it does get a lot better once you actually have natural life. I'm doing this in quite dark conditions outside. So a Nico Robin prize figure. This is the Mafia one. I'm actually surprised I do have the chopper that goes with it, so I don't remember where I've put that one. Strange. He'll be somewhere. You can probably see at this point that some of my figures do need a bit of a dust. I try to dust like once a month, but some of them kind of take a little bit longer to do. Once we go into there, we have the variable action heroes. Really nice figures. They just don't stand at all. This Robin just really struggles with standing up. And as we go along, we have some more Nendoroids. So we have the ReZero Nendoroids, we have Amelia, Rembram, what's she called? Priscilla? what do we call her? Priscilla? She's called Priscilla now. Above here we have Uma Musume, Kino's Journey, One Punch Man, Girls and Panzer, Gurren Lagann, Kirby, Dragon Quest, and just many different ones. And on the front here we have a few smaller One Piece ones. Yeah, this shelf really needs a dust and a resort. So the next shelf is, well, it's all just One Piece. So this is where I store my One Piece manga. I'm a few volumes behind. I think the last one I got was volume 101, so I think we're on 104. I need to go back and buy stuff. The problem was that Japan kind of was struggling to send stuff out, and it was getting to be ridiculously expensive just for a single volume. So I thought I'd let them all build up, and I'll buy a few more once I kind of get the chance. And there's a few smaller figures that kind of go with them. Above them, you can't really see them too well. I've got a few busts, and yeah, just more and more manga behind. So the last shelf in this particular closet, we have some Girls and Panzer, I can't remember what we call them, Sun-Suns. A Nico Robin figure. And we also have a few more prize figures, along with titles such as Overlord and Prison School in manga form. As we come down to the bottom, we have a few more figures. So here we have, to be honest, I'm not going to lie, this is kind of more of a storage area. I'm probably most likely going to take a lot of these out and either sell them on or kind of just put them into storage because, yeah, so we have a few Figma here and there. As you can see, they're getting quite minging because I just can't be bothered to clean them. And moving along, we have a few more prize figures, a few Panty and Stockham figures and stuff like that. I will do a full cleaning tutorial in the near future because, yeah, there's a few things that need cleaning. And moving down, we have some more storage, Pokemon cards, some manga, a few amiibo here and there, a plush, and a few more volumes of manga and light novels as well. Yeah, I just tend to use these bottom ones for storage. Maybe what I'll do is I'll have like that big massive Nia box come down to the bottom here, move all of these away, and then I can use the top ones for better kind of figures and stuff like that because you can see them on the screen a little bit better. Next up, we have the shelf above my computer. So this is a lot of various things, and to be honest, it's probably my favourite shelf that not many people can actually see in videos that I do. So first up, we have the fantastic, absolutely amazing Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Pyra and Mithra, both scale figures. I got these so long ago, and yeah, they're just so fantastic. As soon as I saw them, I was like, I need them. Moving along, we have a Farsha figure from Fire Emblem Awakening, along with Cordelia, along with Camilla, and another Nico Robin figure. We have some Tiger and Bunny stuff in the background. As we move along, we have some One Piece figures, and this is where the bulk of my older One Piece figures are. So these are all Portrait of Pirates, more or less. There's a few prize figures here and there. But yeah, some absolutely fantastic ones. I will eventually go down and get all of these off my shelf and have a proper look through them because, yeah, these are just absolutely amazing figures that I don't think I really kind of give enough attention to as much as I'd like to. Finally, the very top shelf, I keep a lot of prize figures up here and stuff like that. It's kind of more of a storage one. I'm considering putting a lot of these into further storage and maybe moving my manga collection up here so I can kind of, yeah, so they're a little bit out the way. So we have Tiger and Bunny, Assassination Classroom, we have a lot of like Nintendo bundle stuff, Girls and Panzer, One Piece, as always, One Piece, 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 Funko Pops, One Piece, and Do You Love Your Mom, and a 2-hit multi-target attacks, and a 1000 Sunny figure. And that is my anime figure collection. Did you like it? Leave a like. And if you did enjoy this, consider subscribing and leaving a comment. It's absolutely free and it really helps the algorithm. See you on the next video.